English boosters 1 to 5. Booster 1. To inquire about someone's well-being, you can employ the usual "How are you?" Alternatively, you have a variety of phrases to choose from, adding a touch of informality and warmth to your conversation. How are things going for? How have you been lately? Long time no see. It's been a while. What's up? How's it going on your end? How's your day going? These alternatives offer a more casual tone, so it's important to use them in appropriate, informal situations rather than formal settings. Booster 2. The introductory it. It is very useful to know how to start sentences with the word it in English. Here are some beginnings to make a general statement about something. It is easy to. It is a shame that. It is important to. It is essential to. It's true that. It's unlikely that. It is difficult to. Booster 3. To respond to the question, "How are you?" you can use the typical "I'm fine, thanks." But you can also use "So far so good" or "Pretty good, thanks" if you're feeling great. If you're just okay, you can say "I can't complain," "I've been better," or "Not too bad." If you're having a rough day, you might say "I'm alive," or "I'm hanging in there," or "surviving, I guess." Booster 4. Here are some useful vocabularies for business meetings and presentations. To attend a meeting, which means to go to a meeting, for example, you will need to attend the finance meeting tomorrow. To put forward an agenda, which means to suggest what will be discussed in a meeting. For example, the boss has put forward an agenda for tomorrow's meeting. To get down to business, this means to start working or doing something you have to do. For example, now that you have all been introduced, let's get down to business. A conference call, which is a call with a number of people at the same time. For example, you've arranged a conference call with our managers. To look at, which means to begin to consider or discuss. For example, let's look at last year's sales figures for this product. Booster 5. Here are some useful expressions or idioms about laziness. To cut corners, you can use this idiom to say someone does things in a quick and botched manner. For example, if you cut corners to save time, the quality of your work will suffer. Not pulling your weight is an idiom to say that you are not working as hard as the other members of the team. For example, Susan is not pulling her weight. I found her asleep at her desk again. To say that someone didn't do anything at all, you can use "not to lift a finger." For example, Susan was so lazy, she didn't lift a finger to help us clean up after the party. To be a slacker is a person who is extremely lazy. For instance, Susan is a slacker. She looks at her phone all day and ignores the customers.